Have you ever met a child who seemed unusually wise? A child who had eyes that didn't flicker like other kids, but instead either reflected right back at you the totality of your whole existence, or drew you into the whirlpool that is the deepness of their stare. A child who looked at the world and somehow knew things they were never taught. Our grandson is nearing his 6th solar return and has been telling us about portals lately. On his own accord, he is completely unaware that his Gigi is in this metaphysical space. Original memories are not being completely wiped out by the veil of forgetfulness. Humanity agreed to that, indicating a big transitional shift in the way that we experience life. More to come on that. Or a child who refused to accept rules simply because that's the way we've always done it. A child who seemed more interested in honest, authentic self-expression than in masking the truth and seeking the approval of their peers. What if I told you that many metaphysical teachers believe humanity has experienced several waves of consciousness arriving through our children? The first wave challenged the system. The second wave softened the heart. And the third wave came to help humanity remember joy. Today, we're talking about Indigo Children, Crystal Kids, and the Rainbow Babies. Who are they? Where did these ideas come from? And why are so many adults beginning to realize that they may have been a portal to birth one through? And or possibly even been one of these children themselves. Whether you're new here or returning to our chosen high vibe tribe, Aveo, and welcome. I am Sarah Sigma, and this is WTFrequency, a place where remembering is sacred, healing is rebellion, and love is the frequency that never fades. Stay with me. Before we begin, it's important to understand that the concepts of indigo, crystal, and rainbow children come primarily from spiritual, metaphysical, and consciousness-based teachings. These are not scientific categories. They're archetypes, ways of understanding patterns observed across generations. One of the most influential contributors to this conversation was author and spiritual teacher Ann Tappe, who popularized the concept of Indigo Children in the 1970s and 1980s. Later, authors Carroll and Tober expanded the idea significantly through their books and interviews. Dolores Cannon, through decades of regression work, documented in books like The 3 Waves of Volunteers in the New Earth, described souls incarnating on Earth with specific missions related to human evolution and planetary transformation. Edgar Cayce, decades earlier, spoke repeatedly about cycles of consciousness and the arrival of souls carrying different energetic and spiritual purposes. Although they used different language, many researchers and teachers appeared to be describing a similar phenomenon: humanity evolving through consciousness, and children often arriving first as the carriers of that evolution. Let's begin with the Indigos. Many believe Indigo children began arriving in significant numbers through the 1960s, 1970s, and especially the 1980s. But as early as the 50s, they were arriving. Indigos are often described as system challengers, the truth tellers, the disruptors, the ones who look at a broken system and say no, not because they want chaos, because they can feel the lie. Indigos often struggle with authority but lacks integrity. Many experience childhoods where they constantly questioned teachers, parents, religious leaders, and institutions. They were often labeled difficult, rebellious, argumentative, defiant, even paranoid schizophrenic, like my dear dad, born in 1953 and a total rebel to the system. Many were simply unwilling to betray their inner knowing, their truth, their integrity and sovereignty. Their mission is often described as dismantling outdated structures, not necessarily through destruction, but through exposure, through questioning, through refusing to participate in unconscious systems. Many adults watching this channel likely identify strongly with Indigo traits. Especially those who felt like outsiders growing up. The black sheep, the cycle breakers. The family truth tellers, the exposers, the ones who always seem to get in trouble for asking uncomfortable questions. Sound familiar? Share your experience below. Are you the black sheep, Soulshine? After the Indigo wave came what many teachers refer to as crystal kids. While Indigos challenge systems, crystal children often soften them. They are frequently described as deeply empathic souls, highly sensitive, compassionate, heart-centered. Many crystal children seem naturally connected to animals, nature, and emotional energy. They often possess calming presences that affect everyone around them. People feel safer near them, more peaceful, more open. While Indigos often arrive carrying warrior energy, crystal children often arrive carrying healer energy. Their mission appears less focused on breaking structures and more focused on healing what remains afterward. Many adults discovering nervous system healing today resonate strongly with crystal traits. They become the listeners, the caregivers, the space holders, the ones helping others reconnect with their hearts. The challenge for many crystals is boundaries. Because when you can feel everyone's emotions, it is easy to mistake compassion for responsibility. Many crystal adults eventually learn that healing others begins with healing themselves. And we cannot solve a problem with the same level of consciousness that created it. And now we arrive at the Rainbow Children. Perhaps the most fascinating archetype of them all. Rainbow Children are often described as the generation that follows the crystal wave. If indigos came to expose dysfunction and crystals came to heal the wounds, then Rainbow Children came to build what comes next. Many metaphysical teachers describe Rainbow Children as arriving with less karmic density, less than previous generations, less attachment to old paradigms, less interest in fear and chaos-based living, less tolerance for emotional dishonesty. They often appear unusually self-aware from a very young age. Our grandgirl came in wide awake, believe it or not. She was calling my heart, telling me to come tickle her toes at just a few weeks outside the womb. What a delightful surprise she laid on her Gigi. Many possess strong senses of identity. They know who they are, and perhaps more importantly, they know who they are not. Unlike previous generations that often learned to suppress themselves for acceptance, many Rainbow Children seem unwilling to wear the masks. They don't want to perform. They want authenticity. Many spiritual teachers associate Rainbow Children with qualities such as creativity, emotional intelligence, innovation, sensitivity, empathy, joyfulness, authenticity, natural confidence, connection to nature, connection to animals, strong intuition, a desire to improve systems rather than simply fit inside them. Their brain-heart maths, to put it plainly. Many Rainbow Children challenge adults unintentionally, not through rebellion, but through honesty. They ask questions adults aren't prepared to answer. They notice inconsistencies. They call out emotional avoidance. They seem remarkably skilled at identifying where people are not being authentic. This is one reason that healed adults find them inspiring, while those who avoid the shadow work and are experiencing and expressing from their shadows find them triggering. Rainbow Children often expose what is hidden simply by being themselves. Healing your ego and providing safety for your inner child is imperative in order to be whole enough to be the guidance a crystal kid needs. You can find more support on my website. According to many consciousness teachers, humanity is currently navigating a profound transition. Whether you call it awakening or consciousness evolution or collective healing, the bifurcation, or 3D to 5D split, or something else entirely, many people sense that the old systems and previous ways of doing things are struggling. Old institutions, old beliefs, old ways of relating, old ways of leading, old definitions of success, old ways to perceive abundance. The theory suggests that rainbow children arrived not merely to survive these changes, but to help guide humanity through them. Their role is often described as helping humanity remember authenticity over performance, connection over competition, collaboration over domination, presence over productivity, heart over fear, thriving, not just surviving. In many ways, rainbow children embody the world many adults are still trying to create. Here's where the conversation gets interesting. Many people assume these labels apply only to younger generations, but some teachers suggest that these archetypes are energetic frequencies rather than age groups, meaning adults can embody rainbow consciousness too. Some of you watching may recognize yourselves, especially if you've recently found yourself releasing old identities, healing trauma, choosing authenticity over approval, prioritizing nervous system regulation, valuing presence more than achievement, understanding that the hustle culture that pervaded, then dominated society is finished. Refusing to abandon yourself to make them comfortable. These qualities align strongly with what many describe as rainbow consciousness. This conversation overlaps significantly with Starseed teachings. Many people who resonate with indigo, crystal, or rainbow archetypes also resonate with Starseed archetypes. Starseeds are often described as souls carrying a deep sense of purpose, service, and remembrance. Some identify with Pleiadian energy, Sirian energy, Arcturian energy, Andromedan, Lyran, Sasani, like the messenger Bashar. There has even been confirmation that one Kir soul has incarnated on Earth. The Kir are the blue avians, and others simply feel they have always been here to help humanity. If you're curious about that conversation, I created an entire Starseed archetype episode right here on the channel. I also created a complete Starseed archetype workbook and a quiz to take to identify your archetype, available completely free inside our Gumroad community. The workbook walks through the 15 archetypes that I cover in my awareness field, their traits, strengths, challenges, and missions, so that you can explore what resonates most deeply with your own journey. Remember, these are not boxes, they're mirrors. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So what archetype do you most resonate with right now? Before the quiz, Drop it in the comments and then come back after your results and share your outcome. This gesture aligns groups on the same mission together, building community, building trust. Whether you identify as indigo, crystal, rainbow, starseed, earth angel, old soul, a walk-in like me, all or none of the above, the deeper invitation remains the same. Know yourself. Trust yourself. Reflection. Heal what is yours to heal. Gaze into your mirror. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Become more authentically yourself today. Because perhaps these labels were never the point. Perhaps the point was always remembrance. Remembering who you are beneath conditioning, beneath fear, beneath survival, beneath performance, beneath who you were before the world told you who to be. This realm doesn't need more perfect people. It needs more authentic, present ones. And maybe that's exactly why these souls came here. To remind us, not who they are, but who we are. I am Sarah Sigma, and this is What the Frequency. A place where remembering is sacred, healing is rebellion, and love is the frequency that never fades. Until next time, soul shine. Stay awake, stay gentle, and stay harmonic. So much love, light, and angelic might be with you, my friend. Om Salam.